So coming onto your mat, perhaps supporting your seat with a cushion, a folded blanket, or a block. Have available anything that will help lift the earth up towards you if you wish to have that reach or that stability. Our practice today is finding refuge, and it's inspired by Michelle Cassandra Johnson's book and the time that I spent with her. And our practice today is an opportunity for us to find refuge from this sense of overwhelm, the busyness, the stress, and so that we can move into a place of sanctuary, comfort, leading up to the season coming in a time when things are changing for us around COVID. As examples, finding refuge practice, something that I invite you to turn to at those moments when our mind is so full and busy of thoughts that it's very difficult for us as individuals to find peace or solitude or space or silence. Let's come onto our mats. Fold in the index finger and bring the thumb to the knuckle of the index finger. This is the Vayu Mudra. The Vayu Mudra is associated with the element of air. We're working on the heart space today, the Anahata Chakra. It's often said to be the unstruck, unheard, deep, quiet place within, into which we can retreat and find refuge, which will help us to silence the thoughts. By folding in the index finger, we are bringing stillness to the element of air, beginning to manage, guide, bring the element of air into stillness. Closing your eyes, softening your gaze. Yoga Chitta Vritti Nirodha. This is from Patanjali, sage who published codification of yoga around 300 BC. Yoga is the stilling of the fluctuations of the mind. Yoga is the calming of the agitations of the mind. Yoga Chitta Vritti Nirodha. So that we may settle into eternal silence, internal silence, and move away from the over-anxious thoughts, the busy mind. Breathing in deeply for the count of 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause momentarily in that silence. Exhale for the count of 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause there for a moment. Inhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause momentarily. One more round. Inhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause momentarily. Exhale, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause momentarily before returning to your natural rhythm. And if that count felt too long, know that you can adjust this in your own practice. The exhale is double the length of the inhale to seek to slow down the thoughts, to slow down the bodily sensations, slow down the breath. We're connecting with the breath within the breath by slowing down that exhale. So maybe try a count of 2 and 4 or 3 and 6 if 4 and 8 feels too long. Let's bring our hands together at the heart. In Anjali, so soft parting at the palms, fingertips together, the sides of the palms, the little finger side, the thumb side connected, the heels of the hand connected. Opening by chanting Om 3 times. Inhale fully. Om. 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 Yoga Chitta Vritti Nirodha. Hands to your eyebrow center. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So let's start by bringing our palms together. And this time, let's press them firmly together in Namaskar. Elbows out to the side. Inhale, lift the gaze, lift the palms, lift the chin. So you have a gentle back bend here. Try to keep the back of the neck long. As you exhale, come back into neutral. So gentle opening of the heart. Inhale to lift. Lift the chin, lift the gaze, lift the prayer hands, lift the heart. Exhale back to neutral. One more time. Inhale to lift. Exhale back to neutral. Let's release your hands for a moment. Bring the right hand onto the earth. And let's drop the left ear towards the left shoulder. You can stay here. Stay up high on your fingertips. Alternative is to bring your hands to the side of your head and lift the arm up a little bit. You want to experience that extension, that heaviness in that right arm. So just gently opening the passageway of the Ida and the Pingala Nadi, so that pran, energy, living energy can flow through our bodies. Right ear to the right shoulder. Left fingertips can stay on the earth. You can lift them slightly to experience that weight in the extension in the left side of your neck and your left arm. Back to center. Turn over to look to the left. Into center, over to the right. Into center, look up. And then look down, tucking the chin. Back to neutral, over to the left. Into center, exhale right. Inhale center. Take a gaze up. And then exhale to tuck the chin. One more time, over to the left. Back to center, over to the right. Back to center, lift the gaze. And tuck the chin. Open out the arms. Fingers spread wide, fold in the index, bring the thumb to the knuckle. Exhale over to the right. through center, over to the left. So adjust your breath pattern here. So you may breathe in as you're reaching over and exhale to center. You may exhale as you reach out and inhale to center. So notice the pattern of your breath. I'm talking at the moment, so it's a bit difficult for me to know what I'm doing. So I've tried that a few times. And what I noticed that I prefer is to inhale back to center and exhale as I reach out. So try that. Exhale to reach out. Inhale to center. Your arms will be getting a little tired, I know. Inhaling to center, exhaling out to the sides when you reach over. One more time, over to the right. Then back to center. Take a moment here. I know they're tired. Inhale to reach up. Palms come together. Exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale, reach up. Lift your gaze. As you exhale, turn to the right. Gaze over your right shoulder. Inhale, center, palms together in Namaskar. Exhale over to the left. Back to center, palms reach overhead. Exhale, hands to the heart. Now, before we move on, I'm going to introduce to you our mudra for today. So we've got the Vayu mudra, index finger folded in, thumb to the knuckle. We're also working with the Anahata Mudra, the mudra associated with the heart. So bring your palms parallel. And then just flex your ring fingers because we're going to use the ring fingers. Take the right ring finger to the web between the index and the middle finger. Then cross the left ring finger over the right and take the left ring finger between the web of the index and middle finger of the right hand. So you can, if you look down, you have your right finger between the web of the left index and middle, and left ring finger is between the web of the right index and middle, and your ring fingers will be crossed over. Now fold in the middle fingers over the index. So over the ring, sorry. So fold, bend at the knuckle with the middle fingers so they're over the ring finger. You will have your ring finger extended, your index fingers extended, and your thumbs extended. Bring the tips together with their opposite pairing. So little fingertips come together, index fingertips come together, thumb tips come together. This is the Anahata Mudra. So let's just show you that from different angles. So one more time, I'll come a bit closer. Right, hands parallel, bend into the ring fingers. Cross the right ring finger and place it between the web of the left index and middle finger. Cross the ring finger of the left hand into the web between the right index and middle finger. So we get the cross the ring fingers here. Then we fold the middle finger over the ring fingers. And then we have the little fingers bring together, index bring together, thumb bring together. This is our Anahata Mudra. Few things get all mixed up, never mind. Just cross them how you like. It's the intention you put into them. So let's find where I am. At the heart here. So Anahata, don't worry, I'll talk you through this again when we get to where we are. At the heart. Here, I invite you to connect with the sentiment of retreating into the heart space, of finding refuge. Krishna, in the Bhagavad Gita, tells Arjuna, who's about to enter the battlefield, that in moments of fear, doubt, overwhelm, to retreat into the heart. And Krishna, who is the embodied form of spirit, invites Krishna to take refuge in me. So I invite you to take refuge. Take refuge in the divine. Take refuge within your own heart space. Take refuge with a loved one. Take refuge in a place. What invokes tranquility, peacefulness, sanctuary, or refuge for you? Is it a person, a place, an idea, a thought, something tangible or intangible? And repeat to yourself silently, I take refuge in you. I take refuge in me. I take refuge here. And accept that you are cultivating a willingness to be present in this moment of refuge, to hear, feel, be this present moment in refuge. I take refuge. Wherever this sacred place is for you. Then let's release our mudra, flex your fingers, remove your block if you're sitting on a block, my friends, and we're going to start moving. Let's come on to all fours here. Spread out your fingers. Inhale, draw in the navel, broaden the collarbones, lengthen the sternum. Dip the lower back by lifting the tailbone, shine the heart, lift the gaze. Cat, cow, Majriasana, Decolonising cycle here. So let's take 3 movements here of the spinal flex, curling and uncurling of the spine. And then tuck your toes, my friends. Bring the forearms to the earth and walk your hands as wide as your mat, perhaps, and bring your eyebrow center to rest on the earth in Anahata, melting heart. If it feels steady here with the toes tucked, then you can try untucking your toes. Sometimes tucking the toe here gives you a little bit more stability. If it feels too challenging to extend both arms, remember you can always fold one arm in and extend one arm at a time. Your eyebrow center can be directly on the earth or on a bolster or folded blanket or cushion. Just 3 long breaths here. I take refuge in you. I take refuge in my heart. I take refuge in this place. When you're ready, my friends, let's bend into our elbows, walk our hands back towards the heart, underneath the shoulders, keeping those toes tucked. Let's rise up in mountain, Parvatasana. Walk the feet. And then come into stillness when you're ready. Press through the finger pads and the knuckles and the heels of the hands. Turn the inside of the elbows towards the front of the mat. Lengthen the spine by lifting the tailbone. Ears between your arms. Heels can be reaching towards the earth. Deep bend or soft bend in the knees. And when you're ready, my friends, let's look to the top of the mat and walk forward to come into a fold here. Here, your options, my friends, wrap your arms around the back of your knees, take hold of opposite elbows, take hold of wrists or hands, so that you're coming into a deep forward fold here. Allow the upper body to feel heavy. A release from the back of the heart. Let go of your elbows or wrists or hands and bring them round to the front. Now take hold of opposite elbows at the front and sway the body gently from left to right. And then as you come into stillness, bend into your knees. Take your hands and place them on your lower back so that you're supporting your lower back. And inhale, draw the elbows together, rise up strong to standing. And then look ahead, draw your shoulder blades together, look ahead, and then lift your gaze up towards the sky. So you come into a gentle back bend here, my friends. Release the hands, the heels of the hand from your sacrum. Interlace your fingers. Draw your hands down and away from your body so your shoulders come even closer together. Lift the gaze here. Keep it lifted. As you exhale, bend into the knees and hinge forward to come into a forward fold with the hands reaching up behind you. You can take hold of a strap here. You can take hold of opposite elbows. Bending into your knees, press through all four corners of your feet and rise up through chair here, Utkatasana. And then release your hands, rise up overhead, gentle back bend. Exhale, hands to your heart. Here, take a moment with your hands at your heart. Let's come into our mudra, Anahata Mudra. So remember, bring your hands parallel. Bend into the ring fingers and take the right ring finger in between the left index and middle finger, the web. Cross over the left ring finger and place it on the web between the right index and middle. Fold in the middle fingers over the ring and then bring the tips of the little finger, index and thumbs together into Anahata. And then press the thumb into the sternum, the heart, so that there's a connection between the thumb and the sternum. Inhale, reach overhead with your Anahata Mudra, gentle back bend. Exhale, hinge forward, forward fold. Maintain your hands at the heart here. Bend into your knees, rise up into chair pose. Again, hands at the heart here, elbows out to the side. Exhale, fold. Inhale, bend into your knees, press through all four corners of your feet, rise up in chair pose. One more time, fold here, forward fold, keeping the hands at the heart. Take refuge, and then bend into your knees, rise up in strong pose here, Utkatasana. And this time, my friends, we're going to reach all the way up, hands overhead, gentle back bend. Exhale, hands to your heart. Release your mudra. Coming up to standing mountain here, Tadasana, palms open now. Feel grounded through all four corners of your feet. Inhale, hands reach up. Exhale, fold down towards the earth, forward fold. Inhale, halfway, hands on shins or thighs. Fingertips on the earth. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up. Gentle back bend. Exhale, hands to heart. Twice more, Ardha Surya Namaskar. Inhale, reach up. Open the heart. Exhale to fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold. Rise up, hands reaching up. Exhale, hands to your heart. Last time. Inhale, hands reach up, gentle back bend. Exhale, fold forward down towards the earth. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Rise with the breath. Exhale, hands to your heart. Take refuge in your practice. Take refuge on your mat. Take refuge in this present moment. Moving into full Surya Namaskar. Inhale, hands reach up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway. Fold and then step back long with the right leg. Bring the knee to the earth here, my friends. And then hands on the earth, rise up, hands on the left knee here. Pad the right knee if you wish, my friends. Bring your hands in front of your heart so you can interlace your fingers. If coming into the Anahata Mudra feels really complicated, and create an infinity symbol with your thumb and index, or come into your Anahata Mudra by bringing the right ring between the index and middle, left ring between index and middle, fold the middle, little ring, little index and thumb tips come together. Sink into your hips here. Gaze up so that your gaze is parallel to the horizon, my friends. Take a moment here. Inhale, hands reach up. Exhale, hands reach behind you. Open the fingers as if you're taking flight here. Palms open, fingers stretched out wide. Hands to the heart. Again, create your mudra. Inhale, hands reach up. Exhale, take flight. Hands to the heart. So what we're doing with our practice, and I know it feels complicated, your Anahata Mudra. What we're trying to do is we're coming out of our head and into our body. So, and out of our thoughts. So when we're distracted by our worries, our anxiety, what else is going around, we don't switch off. By really trying to focus on what we're doing in this moment, we have no choice but to concentrate on trying to create our mudra, directing the energy awareness to our hands. Inhale, hands reach up. Exhale, take flight. Bring your hands to the earth. Take a moment here and lift the right knee. Step back, long legs parallel, Phalakasana. Exhale, bring the knees to the earth. Lift the feet. And from here, bend into your elbows so that you come all the way down to the earth. Tuck in the elbows, coming into Bhujangasana Cobra. And then rise back into Pardvatasana. So rise back into mountain. Take a moment here. We're going to step forward with the right foot. So bring the left knee to the earth and step forward. Coming into low lunge here. Inhale to rise with your hands to the right knee. Sink into your hips, my friends. Gaze parallel to the horizon. Remember, you can come into a much simpler mudra by interlacing your hands. And this is called Grantita Mudra, and the interlocking your fingers, index and thumb into an infinity circle, the tip of the index and the thumb together. So that's an option here, which is less sort of involved. Or parallel hands and then ring fingers come into the webs between the index and middle fingers. Fold the middle fingers, little finger, index and thumb together. Anahata, I take refuge. Inhale, hands reach up. Exhale, fly. Hands to the heart. And you'll notice that you'll get faster once you become really familiar with the mudra. So 3 times here. And then hands to the earth, tuck the toes, Lift the left knee and step forward. Forward fold. Inhale, hands reach up. Gentle back bend. Exhale, hands to heart. Take a moment here. Your fingers are definitely going to be feeling it today. So I hope nobody's playing the piano afterwards. Inhale, hands to your heart. When you're ready, rise up with the hands. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway. And then let's step back with the left leg. Let's bring the left knee to the earth. And this time we're going to do a slightly different variation on this side. So inhale, hands to the right leg. Take a moment here. And then open out the arms by bending into your elbows and opening the fingers wide. So you come into what I call sunbeam arms and sunbeam hands. Draw the shoulder blades together here. Exhaling, bring the hands together in Namaskar at the heart. Inhale, open the heart, open the palms, open the elbows. Exhale, fold the hands in together, slightly tuck the chin. You might feel a bit wobbly as we do this. So it's like a flower, the lotus flower, blossoming and petals furling in 3 times. And when you've done your third round, let's keep the sunbeam arms here. And then reach behind, interlace your fingers. Then draw the hands down towards the earth. Here, my friends, really sink low into your hips. Draw the heart, draw the shoulder blades together so that the heart opens. Lift your gaze towards the sky. 1 full breath here. And then release your hands to the earth. Tuck the left toes. Lift the left knee. Step back long in body parallel. And we're going to do this variation because we're not doing Ashtanga Asana today. We're bringing the knees down, lifting the toes. And then bending into the elbows and bringing our heart down towards the earth. And when our abdomen and heart are connected with the earth, we release our feet to the earth. Our elbows are nicely tucked into the sides of our ribs here. And we lift higher for Bhujangasana. Press into your hands, back into mountain. Take a moment here, take refuge here. So we're stepping forward again with the left foot. We bring the right knee to the earth. Remember to pad when you need. Step forward with the left. The low lunge Anjaneyasana. Inhale, hands rise up to the left leg. Take a moment here to find your stability. Yoga Chitta Vritti Nirodha. I can assure you that you'll have very little time to be thinking about other things while we're working through this practice. And the only time you're going to remember that is now that I mentioned it. Inhale, hands open up, bending into your elbows, fingers spread wide, sunbeam arms. Shoulder blades together. Exhale, fold in. Hands together. Inhale to open, like the lotus flower, opening and closing. One more time. Let's stay open here. Draw the shoulder blades together and then reach behind, interlace your fingers. You automatically bring your dominant hand to the top. So uncross and recross your hands now so that it feels like you're missing a digit. So we've gone in the opposite direction with that interlacing of fingers. Draw the hands down in this yoga mudra. Draw the shoulder blades together, lift the heart, lift the gaze. And then when you're ready, my friends, release your hands, tuck your right toe, lift the right knee and step forward to forward fold. Inhale to rise up. Gentle back bend. Exhale, hands to your heart. Take a moment here. Now stay at the top of your mat, and I'm going to turn and face you so I can show you what we're going to do. We're going to do Chandrasana, moon pose, left and right here. So inhale, reach overhead. Interlace all your fingers and bring the tip of the thumb and tip of the index together. So we're coming to the Anahata Mudra, this infinity symbol here. This, remember, Anahata Mudra is the knot of grief. So we're finding refuge from grief, from sadness, to find silence so that we can move away from the tumultuous emotions and feelings that can overwhelm us. Hands reach up overhead. Exhale over to the left. Inhale to center. Reach up. Exhale to the right. Inhale to center. Twice more in each direction. Exhaling to the left. Inhale to center and then reach up before exhaling to the opposite side. Feet can be together or hip distance wide, whatever helps you to feel more balanced and steady and stable here. Last time, to left and then center and then to right. Back to center. Hands come to the heart. Maintain your Anahata Mudra here for a moment. And then release your arms alongside you. Inhale, lift the right foot. So lift the right heel, come onto the ball of your foot. You can stay there for balance, or you can lift the right foot completely. As you exhale, take the arms alongside you behind and reach back with your right toes, coming into Warrior 3. And then, my friends, trust that you will find the earth behind you. Release your heels so you are in Warrior 1. Right leg behind you. Return so you can see me here much better. So the right foot is at a 45-degree angle now with the heel on the earth. Arms alongside you, bend into that left knee here. Take a moment here. Inhale, reach up. Fold in the index here. We'll take Vayu Mudra. Yoga Chitta Vritti Nirodha. Stilling of the fluctuations of the mind by finding refuge into the heart. Bring the left forearm onto the left thigh and reach up and over with the right arm to come into Parsvakonasana, extended side angle. Inhale, reach back with the right arm, rise up into Warrior 2. Drop the right hand onto the right leg and flip the left arm and reach up and over into Shanti Warrior, Peaceful Warrior. Gaze down towards the right foot or up towards the sky, whatever feels comfortable for you here. Inhale back into the Great Warrior. Bring your hands to your heart here. Come into your mudra, either your Anahata Mudra or your Anahata Mudra by bringing the ring fingers, remember, to the web between the index and middle. Fold the middle fingers over the ring. Tips of little fingers, index and thumbs come together at the heart. Rotate onto the ball of your right foot. And then there's going to be a little spring to step forward to the top of your mat. And take a moment here with hands at your heart in your Anahata Mudra or Anahata Mudra. Let's take flight by releasing the arms, the hands alongside the body. Peel off the left foot here. Come onto the ball of the foot. And then when you're ready, you can lift that entire leg foot off and reach back So as you reach back, your big toe can stay on the earth, my friends, or you can lift the leg so it's parallel to the earth. You can reach for a wall here. And then trust that you're going to find the earth behind you with your left big toe, and then release the whole of that left foot onto the earth at a 45-degree angle. And so that you come into warrior one. Bend into that right knee if you have straightened through that right knee. Take a moment here. Inhale, hands to sky. Warrior one. Exhale, right forearm onto right knee. Reach up and over with that left arm. Coming into extended side angle. Rise up into warrior two. And then release the left hand to the left leg and reach up and over with the right arm to come into Shanti warrior. Back through warrior two, Mahaviradrasana. And then let's pivot on the ball of that left foot. Bring your hands to your heart in your mudra of choice. And remember, you're going to gently hop. So bring a spring to that right leg, a spring to that left leg, and then step forward with the left foot to meet the right. Hands at your heart. I take refuge in you. I take refuge within my heart. I take refuge in this place that I call my sacred home. Finding this retreat from the world, this retreat from our thoughts, our feelings, our bodily sensations. This is the after effect of our practice. So during our practice, we're present in this moment, but after our practice, we experience the sacred space that we've created. That is a feeling that you have created within yourself. The practice itself is giving you the tools to access it, the gateway to accessing that silence, that solitude. One breath here, my friends. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, reach behind with your hands and interlace your hands. Draw your hands together, lift the gaze, lift the heart. Exhale, bend into your knees, fold forward. Hands reach up behind you. Bending deeply into your knees, press through all corners of your feet, rise up into chair pose. Utkatasana, hands in yoga mudra behind you. Draw the shoulder blades together. Lengthen the sternum. Find your gaze on the horizon. And then release your hands with care. Bring them to your heart in any mudra of your choosing. Namaskar, Grantita, or Anahata, and then rise up to standing, my friends. Let's quarter turn here. So you face the long edge of your mat and step across your mat wide. Turn your toes out and bend into your knees here. So you come into Utthata Konasana or Devyasana, goddess pose. Here, my friends, let's bend into our elbows, open the fingers wide. So let's come into sunbeam arms here. So you can have a sort of angle, or you can bring your arms parallel, your choice where you want to be. There's no sort of, some people might feel openness here, some people might feel openness with the elbows a little bit more tucked. Draw the shoulder blades together, lengthen the sternum, draw in the navel, lift the gaze slightly. Keep dropping into your seat. And then exhale, bring your hands together, namaskar at the heart. Inhale, open, lift the gaze. Exhale, fold in. and then open. One more time, fold in and open. Now here, my friends, straighten through your legs so you come into Tadasana Star Pose. Bring your hands to the heart. Bring them parallel. We're going to come into our mudra for the last time today. Cross the right ring finger between the web of the index and middle of the left hand. Then cross over the left ring, over the right ring, and bring the tip of the ring finger between the right index and middle finger. Fold over the middle fingers. Bring the tip of the little finger, tip of the index, tip of the thumb together. Anahata Mudra. Now bend into your knees again, my friends. Take a moment here. You may sway slightly from left to right. Heel toe, heel toe, heel toe closer together. And we're going to come down to the earth in Malasana. So Yogi Squat. So keep your hands in your mudra. If you need to free your hands, then you can bring your hands back into a more convenient, more accessible mudra that requires less thinking. Remember here you can place blocks underneath you so that you're seated on blocks or a bolster. You can come directly to the earth. Rest your arms on the knees, hands in front of the heart. Take 3 full breaths here in Malasana, Yogi Squat. I take refuge, where I find refuge, and then visualize the place, the person, the heart space, the sanctuary that you find into which you can retreat into silence or solitude or peace and tranquility. This place of shelter. Release your hands. Let's come directly to the earth, my friends. Take a moment here. We're going to come down to the earth in a moment. So let's reach out and then draw the navel in and unfurl the spine so that it lowers down to the earth, one vertebrae at a time. And once you come down to the earth, we're going to do what is called mountain raises from the sea. So bring your heels in towards your sit bones. You can tickle your heels with your fingertips, so that's about the right distance. Have a gap between your knees, hip distance wide, so that your hip flexors and your hips and pelvis all feel neutral and balanced here. Arms alongside your body, palms face up for the moment. Closing your eyes, tucking your chin slightly. Let's align here on the earth for a moment or two. Yoga Chitta Vritti Nirodha. Visualize an aura of peace, of calm around you with your breath that you've created. Perhaps as if you are floating on a warm ocean in the sun. The sea is calm and translucent. Inhaling, lift the right arm overhead, and as you do, lift your sit bones and pelvis off the earth. So make sure you do have enough space behind you. Exhale to lower the hand and lower the sit bones down to the earth. Inhale, lift the left arm as you lift your hips and pelvis off the earth. Exhale, lower the hips and pelvis And the left arm. Inhale, lift both arms, hips and pelvis rise off the earth here. Mountain raises from the sea. Exhale, lower arms, hips and pelvis. Right arm rises overhead. As you lift the hips and pelvis, right arm reaches back down. Almost as if you're doing a sort of very gentle swim on your back here. Exhale to lower the left arm. Inhale, lift. Both arms lift your hips and pelvis. Exhale to lower. Twice more. Right arm. And then the left arm, and then both arms in your own time with your own breath. And you may notice that you crawl slightly on your mat, and that's okay. You may want to connect with ocean sounding breath, Ujjayi breath, a constricted breath at the back of the throat. When you've completed your cycles, turn the palms face up and bring the knees to rest against each other to realign the spine here. And for the final few moments of our practice, I'm going to invite you to do a gentle heart opener here, a supported fish pose. And the way that I'm going to invite you to do this is to take a blanket, roll it up, or place a cushion, or a block. And I have only my block nearby, so I'm going to use my block. So place the block, if you've got a block. So if you have a blanket, roll the blanket up into what we call a sausage roll, virtually. It could be a vegan sausage roll. And because I don't eat sausages. Anyway, who wants to know what I eat? And then have that blanket right underneath the shoulder blades so that your armpits are above the blanket. So you want them to have running underneath, just at the shoulder blades here. If you're using a block, place the block at whichever setting you want. And so you want the block positioned between the shoulder blades. And so you might need to play around a little bit. Oh, there we go, that's perfect there. So essentially, you want to experience the opening across the heart, gentle opening of the throat. Your feet can be flat on the earth with a bend in the knees, or you can extend your legs long. And then soften here. If you begin to feel uncomfortable here, it might be because if you're using a block, it's too high, the setting, and you may need to lower the setting. And they will really only be the hardness of a block or the height of the block. Generally with a cushion or a blanket here, because your weight will sort of bear down the blanket or the cushion, it should come to a much more sustainable height. But if it doesn't, then reduce some of the height of the layers. So this is our heart opener. We're going to have our Shavasana here with this heart opener. So make sure you're comfortable. And then you can also cover yourself with a blanket so that you retain the heat. I'll be here for some time. And remember, if you start feeling a challenge, you can readjust or move and take your time here. We don't want to experience a big heart opener. This is just gentle heart opener at the end of our practice. Remember, we've already opened our heart considerably during our practice. Now I want to invite you to experience the afterglow of your practice, the residue of your practice. So that this sensation, this feeling that you are experiencing now is a feeling that you can turn into and find shelter within, wherever you are. You are seeking the self that is hidden within your own heart, the subtle center, the subtle place in which you can retreat with grace, knowing that you are your own sanctuary, your own refuge. It's not the mat, it's not the practice, it's the commitment to being present, it's the commitment to acceptance, the commitment to compassion and kindness, which invites you in to find refuge within your own heart space. That is your sacred home. Softening the heart, softening the heart space, softening throughout the body. This energy that is emanating and radiating from the heart space is a living energy that helps you to tune into the breath within the breath, to find the silence within the breath, the pause within the breath, to find the space behind our thoughts, our feelings. Three more breaths here. And I'm going to invite you, when you move, to move very carefully. You may, of course, choose to continue with your Shavasana. If you wish to rise here with me, roll very carefully onto the left side with supporting hands on the earth, and perhaps you use one arm to cradle your head. And then rise up when you're ready, moving slowly and mindfully. Bringing your hands into Padma, lotus flower. We started our practice with Anjali Mudra. We have now blossomed through our practice into Padma. Little fingers together, thumbs together, heels of the hand together, the palms and the middle fingers open. Oh, Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. With great love, peace, and tranquility to you all. Thank you, my friends, for joining me in my practice. It's been wonderful to be in community with you as usual. Thank you. Thank you, love.